Jealous, the city is my palace. The city is my palace. Jealous, the city.
And I'm back with another Cooking with Ree. I'm real excited about today's video because I have actually, did I upload a video about this? Yes, I uploaded a video about my stuffed shells already. They were vegan. This time I'm switching it up and we're hitting them with a little pescatarian, okay? Today's stuffed shells, I decided to stuff them with shrimp. I'm real excited. I'm going to show you everything I'm going to be stuffing my peppers with, how I make them. They're going to be kind of similar to the last video, so I'll link that up above. If you haven't seen my vegan stuffed shells recipe, definitely go check that out because they were bomb. And these are about to be bomb. I'm real excited about this. And without further ado, let me stop talking y'all head off and let's get into this video. First things first, rest in peace, Uncle Phil. Y'all thought I was gonna rap, huh? Okay, so I got my water on. I'm waiting for it to start boiling, but I'm gonna add a little oil to it. And this is our water for our noodles. We don't want them too thick. I don't usually really add salt to it, but I'm gonna add just a little bit, just a little tinge, a little sprinkle, and we're gonna get that to boiling. Okay, then back in this pot, I'm going to add a little oil to the bottom. And this is where I'm going to be creating my sauce. Now, if y'all watched my last video, y'all know I used the McCormick Thick and Zesty. But this is literally the same thing, just the Kroger brand. So it's this and then tomato paste. But I honestly, y'all, follow these directions right here. The only thing I do different is I add a little bit of regular spaghetti sauce. That's the only thing I do different. And I probably add like a little Italian seasoning to taste. But this is good by itself. But if you want to spruce it up a little bit, that's what I do. So I'm going to get all this in there. And I'm going to be back when I'm trying to figure out how many shells I'm going to cook. And I'm going to show y'all how I'm going to figure that out. Okay, so this is what we want. It's boiling, so let's figure out how many noodles we're gonna. Okay, so I've made stuffed shells at this point a few times, and what I notice is I always make too many. So this time I've decided to actually try to see how many shells can fit into this pan. And then they also, so we're just going to do a little rough guesstimate. Oh, without trying to break them. I'm just going to do like a little guesstimate. At this point, I'm not sure if this is a good idea or not. I feel like we can do about five across. Yeah, we're gonna do about 5 across. Okay, I feel like this is enough. This is enough. And we still have plenty left. And as far as cooking directions, the directions say cook for 14 to 15 minutes. And I'm going to cook a little bit shy of that because I am going to put them in the oven. So I'm going to check on them at 10 minutes and see what they got going on. All right. Yeah, I feel like this is good. I don't want to overcrowd it. So we're gonna listen. We're gonna listen. Boop. Like, we're gonna let these cook for 10. It actually has to cook for 15 minutes, so it's only been on a few minutes. So at 10 minutes, it'll probably almost be done since it's already been on a few minutes. Okay, so we have our shrimp here. So I'm going to, they should be cleaned and deveined, but I always like to go through and check them just in case, because sometimes they miss some spots. And they look very clean, very deveined. I am going to go through and snatch these tails off, because who wants to be picking tails off while eating pasta?
The city is my palace, jealous. The city is my palace. The city is my palace, jealous. The city is my palace. We won't waste no time. We wanna know about the girl them, about the girl them, about the girl them. But she gon' slide right to my. The city is my palace. The city is my palace. The city is my palace. But we won't waste no time. I want she and she, and they love them so me. I can't even speak to all of them so.
Okay, so I already did some prep work for this meal, which I'm super excited about. This is some bell pepper. Oh, let me put the top back on so I can show you. This is some cut up bell pepper and purple onion, red onion. And then we're gonna use some minced garlic. And this is new, and I just kind of wanted to try it. I have a piece of a zucchini left, and I'm like, the more veggies, the merrier, in my opinion. So we're gonna saute all those veggies together, and then once those veggies are almost done, then we're gonna add the shrimp in. But first, we're going to I guess we're gonna use this knife because I don't know where my knives are right now. And this is just a little bit of zucchini. Gonna cut it up pretty small. Like I said, I love meals where you can sneak veggies in, because I forgot I'm also gonna use some mixed greens, some fresh mixed greens of spinach and arugula. So there we go, some more veggies to add on in. Okay, so we got our zucchini, our bell pepper, and our onion ready to go, and garlic. And it's almost time to check the noodles, but in the meantime, we are going to get this shrimp cut up and ready to go.
I call her on the, she gon' pick up on the first ring. We got her right around my damn finger. I will never tell her so. Oh no no.
Bring it back.
We won't waste no time.
Okay, so I turned the timer off, but I had them still cooking for a little bit. Oh, y'all can't even see. Slide them off the heat just a little bit. I want them to be pretty tender, but they don't have to be all the way done, because like I said, we are going to put them in the oven. Okay, and they are pretty tender, so I'm going to turn them off, and we're going to drain them, run cold water over them so they stop cooking, and we're going to be good to go with the noodles. And we are going to turn our sauce off, move that off the heat, give y'all a little peek. We're gonna come back to it. The eye is still pretty hot, so the pan should, yeah, the pan is warm. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. We're gonna start with sauteing the bell pepper and the onions. So make a little space and add the shrimp on in. Because you know shrimp don't take long.
But I can't be what you want. They all have the same story. They all want me to themselves, but I'm a
okay, our shrimp is looking nice and done. It smells delicious. Ooh, it smells so good. Okay. So now I'm gonna take some of this baby spinach and arugula. Gonna take a nice big handful, just sprinkle it over the top. And then I'm gonna remove it off the heat and let that sit for about 5 minutes or so, so the spinach can wilt down. But in the meantime, we're gonna work on the sauce. Okay, let's work on the sauce. Get all this goodness off the top. Okay. Now you could just use this and this will be fine. It's nice and seasoned, flavorful, everything. But I like to add a little bit of my just regular tomato sauce. I mean pasta sauce. I always use tomato and basil. You know, I don't really have a favorite brand. Store brand is fine, whatever you want to use. Let me get y'all a, all right. I'm trying to get in here. Okay, so I'll just add a little bit of that store brand, fluff it up a little bit. I'm gonna just go ahead and use the whole jar. I don't have much left. Just go ahead and use the rest of that jar. And then I like to add a little bit of Italian seasoning. Now we're good to go. Let me give it a little taste test. Perfect. I always recommend you taste your sauce before you add it to your noodles or whatever you're using, because it's easier to fix it while it's by itself than try to fix it after you've already combined it with the noodles or whatever you're making. Okay. The spinach has wilted down a bit. I'm just gonna give it a nice little mix. Give it a nice little mix like that, like so. Now we have a nice, healthy filling for our shells. Okay, now let's get to assembling our shells. So for our cheese, okay, let's put our mixture in there first. Let's do this. So I like to put everything into one bowl so I can get everything nice and combined. So let's start with the shrimp veggie mixture. And it's nice and hot. So I next want to add our plant-based mozzarella. And you can use whatever cheese you want. I just happen to have plant-based mozzarella. That's what I happen to pick up. And we're going to get that nice and combined to start the melting process. And if you use like dairy-free cheese, don't be surprised if it doesn't melt just yet. You won't have to worry about it. It will melt once you get it in the oven. And at this point, while you're assembling the shells, you can go ahead and turn your oven on preheated to 350. And I like to add a little bit of the sauce to the mixture. Mix that in. Hey, baby love.
The city is my palace, city is my palace. The city is my this is the vibe.
Okay, I like to put a thin layer of sauce on the bottom of the pan.
We won't waste no time. Oh, nobody, girl, them body, 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 girl, them body,
Okay, y'all, they are out. Looking very delicious.
We should get married. Let's stop holding back on this and let's.
If you saw my last video, once again, I'll link it down below and in the cards. We ate this with Caesar salad and garlic knots, and we will be doing the same today. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.
Get carried away. Stop making a big deal out of the little things. Cause I got big deals and I got little things. Got everything I'm asking for, but you